And that's what you kind of stepped into. So already, just so you're kind of maybe thinking about some stuff already, you're like, wow, I don't know what it is, but I love the energy in this room. Raise your hand if you thought that already. Whoop. Yeah, totally. Right? Is it extraordinary, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
It's extra than the ordinary, right?
Yeah.
Cool. We're not going to promise anything less than extraordinary. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
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 Exactly. So on the next slide, if I may, you're here tonight because you need to know that the person who invited you cares very much about you. Okay? So just take a moment. Whoever invited you, just look them in the eyes and acknowledge. You can say thank you out loud. You can say thank you. Thank you as well, right?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, right? Thank you. Right? And that is true. The person who brought you here, and I special requested Douglas through Jay. I'm like, bring Douglas in here. And here you are. Thank you. This is a beautiful quote by Gandhi, and this is actually something that our mastermind lives by. Right? We don't just talk about it, we actually live by it, which is, be the change that you want to see in the world. So say it again. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Okay? So we have this big world, right? How many people in the world?
7 billion.
7 billion plus, you know, give or take on the day, right? But being the change means that you're willing to stand for what you have inside of you, your dreams, your passions, your intentions. You're willing to be that so that you can see it in the world, starting with who?
You.
With yourself. Yeah. Who's the person that you have the conversations with the most in your life? You're like, my mom, right? No, it's actually yourself. It is. It's yourself. It's yourself. And so who do you often see the most every single day? Yourself. Right? And so truly, being that your own inspiration, being the change you want to see is something that's not as hard as it feels like, or as it sounds like. It's actually something that people do most of the time, not realizing. And within our mastermind, and the reason why you're here tonight is to experience and to see people actually doing it. Because sometimes we can't get inspired just by ourselves anyways, right? Like sometimes we need a little bit of, a little push, a little inspiration. On the next slide. Second reason why you're here tonight is to learn how you can immediately increase the quality of your life, starting when? Now. Tonight. Right here, right now. Not 3:30 p.m., but 7:30 p.m. All right? And although optimal health has multiple elements, okay, there's multiple elements to optimal health, tonight's presentation is going to focus on the nutritional side and the relationship side. Okay, that's why I'm bringing up Mastermind. That was I'm talking about, health in general. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Cool. The third reason why you're here tonight is because you are here to be a part of the online health, health and freedom revolution, which is very exciting. It's happening already. Do you like that?
You love it.
Yeah. By being here, you're actually already a part of it. But tonight, you're also going to learn how you can become more of it. We have a quote here by the wonderful Steve Jobs, founder of Apple. Steve Jobs says, the only way to do great work is to love what you do. And if you haven't found it yet, it's like all matters of the heart. You have to keep going. Don't settle. Go and find it. And he also says, you'll know when you find it. Isn't that interesting? Right? You too. Did you just know? Right? This little thing going on here. You guys just knew, right? Little love thing going on here. You knew. So the same thing with work. If it turns you on. I'm being real right now, but if it turns you on, if it lights you up, if it makes you feel really good, if it intrigues you, if it grows you, if it challenges you, very likely you love it. Make sense? Cool. On the next slide. So we want to begin by asking you, what do you value? All right? Within our particular Express Test Mastermind, there's a lot of things that we value. Right? We didn't really include faith because we have multiple faiths here, but we all believe in one God. Not that you have to, but we're just putting that there. Faith is there, time freedom is there, financial freedom is there. These are things that we value, but we want to ask you, what do you value? What about being the best version of yourself? Giving back to charities, donations. What if you like cool things? Actually, I want to make a point on driving cool cars. My boyfriend, who's an engineer, said something to me very interesting. I used to criticize him by saying, you're so materialistic. Don't like that. You like stuff too much. And he says, Melyssa, have you ever thought about someone's creative energy going behind that creation? Have you ever thought about the blood, sweat, and tears behind them inventing what they've invented, and then made it into a product for me to enjoy? You better believe I'm passionate about that. That's why I want it, because I couldn't create it myself. And I just said, okay. Right? I was like, and that's why you're my boyfriend. Right? And so we take a look here. We have Meryl Deo. She is a mixed martial artist professional. She actually went all the way into Asia to train with some of the greats. And this is actually her and one of her clients. She's very passionate not only about MMA and fitness, but she's passionate about sharing with people who might not have the means to do so. Okay, so just taking a look at that. Krista, also another Mastermind member, she's obsessed with spirituality and nature. So that's her with one of the 7 wonders of the world, Niagara Falls, right? That's you, Niagara Falls. We also have myself there with my long hair. I cut my hair. But I'm very passionate about cooking and organic and being the best version of myself. I love expressing through making things with my hands. I think I got that from my dad. But that's me there, cooking, and I love to also share. So that day, Meryl took that picture. She got to enjoy the abundance of that particular meal, and that's one of many. Okay, we also value being surrounded by people that we choose and that we love. 2 very important elements, right? Most people go into work, go into situations, relationships, and they don't actually choose those people, right? We value choosing the people that we surround ourselves with, okay? And also, this is our mentor who lives down the street, actually. She is a fantastic entrepreneur and a philanthropist, and her name is Anna Lozano. She believes, she values being able to work anywhere in the world, right? Super cool. Do you think she's working? I'm not sure, I can't tell, right? But I love that. So really it's just a chance for you to open up yourself and ask yourself what you value. What is it that you really want your life to be about? And when you look at what your life is about, very often it's based on your values. Okay? If you don't know yet what you value, all you need to do is look at your bank account and look where you spend your money. Because what you value, you'll spend money on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, you notice that, right?
Yeah.
Cool. On the next slide. So tonight we promise you education, inspiration, and solution-oriented possibilities. Right? We're going to talk about the 2 challenges facing all generations, and I promise you we will not stay on problems because we'll go right into solutions, and we'll teach you about USANA Health Sciences, which is our Optimal Living Freedom vehicle. And on the 3rd here, this is really exciting, we'll show you how to save $3,000 on your taxes this year. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Is that exciting?
Yes.
Start thinking about how you're going to spend that money, okay? And number 4, we're going to teach you about leverage and how it is the key to time freedom. This is something that I was never taught in business school. And the last one here is residual income and why you need it. Again, a topic that we don't talk about. We are used to linear income. We're going to talk about residual. And as a bonus, for anyone who has that very curious and expansive mindset, we do have something available for you called Creating Your Own Freedom Project. All right? Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Those are bonuses. So let's give that a round of applause for yourself. Okay. Excellent, excellent. There will be time for question and answers at the end of tonight's presentation. My goal is to finish this presentation within the next 55 minutes. Please hold me accountable, Ms. Shadia and Meryl. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
I love it. All right, 2 generational problems. And again, we won't stay here, but let's look at this. If you spend enough time talking to somebody, eventually complaints will come up, yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's 2 common complaints that face every single generation, which is, I get tired, I wish I could just get rid of this, I don't have enough energy, I feel sleepy. What kind of challenges are these?
Health.
Health challenges, right? And some people even have diseases, right? Some people.
Fix me.
Okay, so would you agree with this? That these are 2 things people complain about.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Now there's a phenomenon that ends up very wonderful and free in North America. It actually happens all around the world too, but specifically in North America, which is we create all of this focus on developing wealth and getting money, and we're willing to sacrifice our health. And then when we hit Freedom 65, we realize we lost all of our health, and then we spend the wealth that we created back on our health. So it's kind of like flip-flop backwards. Is that okay with you?
No.
It's not okay with me either. And this is a generational problem. And tonight you get to be the change that you want to see. This does not have to be a reality. So if we can, before we look at a full solution, what happens when you sacrifice your health long enough? Disease. What else? Keep sacrificing your health. What else happens?
Suffering.
You suffer.
Pain.
Pain. You can't earn.
You'll
You can't do nothing. You'll die faster. Are very okay with dying slowly. They're not okay with dying quickly. So if you get murder, euthanasia, right? Suicide, not okay. But eating very poorly, not blessing the body, not focusing on healing, not taking care, you're dying slowly, but we're okay with that. Right? Understood? Are you okay with that?
No.
Are you okay with that?
No.
Thankfully, we're in a room full of leaders, so of course you're going to say no. Right? It's just, are you going to continue that thought process outside of this room? And so we have also here a Harvard study. Okay, multiple studies are done. We keep this one just because it's impactful. But again, you can also go on very popular documentaries. You can go on different research articles for Harvard University. But they show that 62% of all personal bankruptcies were also linked in the U.S. here were caused by health problems, and 78% of those filers had medical insurance. Meaning things like this. These are all covered by medical insurance. So there's a direct correlation with lifestyle disease and being bankrupt. And why is that? It's because of the phenomenon that we saw before. All right. So on the next slide here, we're going to show you what actually causes these lifestyle diseases. Has anyone here ever heard of free radical damage? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Okay, very good. Remember in the politician days, I mean, it kind of happens now in certain parts of it in the world, but you've heard of political riots, right? Yes. Well, the people who were causing those riots were called free radicals. Like, they were going crazy. There's no rhyme or reason. It was like, it was just craziness, all right? I know I'm comical when I talk, but honestly, that's how it is. In your body, you also have free radical damage caused by things that are going crazy. But what kind of things make your body go crazy from the inside out? Well, half of the spectrum are things we don't have direct control over, unless you work in these industries, and the other half are things we have direct control over. So let's look at them. Kruti, what are these slides here?
Stress, radiation, pollution, and toxins.
Okay, and Shadia?
Chemicals, pesticides, for diet and GMOs.
All right. So, Nadia, can you coop yourself up and just hide from pollution?
Nope.
No, neither of us. None of us can, right? None of us can. So some of this we don't have direct control over. Of course, we can do our part in decreasing it in the overall environment, but we can't really just shut ourselves off from this. Stress, though, can we manage stress? Mm-hmm. Okay, there's actually another code word for that. You know what it is? And what else?
Household things.
Yeah, all that, right? Things in our house and things that are skincare. Thank you. Lifestyle products, exactly. Household products, lifestyle products, and food. And then again, for diet, obviously, what are we talking about?
McDonald's and fast food.
Food, McDonald's and fast food. And GMO stands for? Genetically modified organisms. What a smart group. I love it, okay? I'm playing with you a little bit here because these are things that we know. But do we know what actually happens inside our body when the damage is taking place? So on this slide here, this was developed by one of our scientists at USANA Health Sciences here. This is the cell culture of your cells in your digestive tract. If it is healthy, the cells look homogeneous. Homogeneous just means they all look the same. They're having a good time in there. All right. 60 minutes after eating a GMO food product like McDonald's or Tim Hortons, this is the damage that's going on in your stomach 60 minutes later. Now, guys, if you really saw this, like if you had a microscope next to yourself and you could like get a little camera and being like, okay, I'm eating McDonald's now. Oh my God, I'm damaging. Okay, stop, right? We might do something. But we don't see this. But let's be honest. By the way, can we all be honest tonight?
Yes.
Cool. How do you feel after eating a GMO food like McDonald's? How do you feel? 60 minutes later, how do you feel? Be honest. Sluggish. Guilty, right?
Tired.
What else? Tired, bloated,
Hungry again.
Hungry again. Exactly. because this food isn't real food. It's an excuse for food, and we pay for it. So we don't actually see the damage. Now, if we had a strong antioxidant, which free radical damage causes oxidization, so therefore an antioxidant should do what for the cells? Protect them, right? So thankfully, we're not suggesting go out and eat McDonald's and take a supplement. But if you did have a strong antioxidant supplement in the bloodstream, same meal, same 60 minutes later, it's not 100% homogeneous, but it's much healthier. Okay, and this is something that's a phenomenon that we actually have access to. This is a solution we have access to, right? On the next slide, if I can, okay, we want to ask you, what are the building blocks of life? Just hold it there for a moment. What are the building blocks of life? Okay, so let's look at life as a human being, that is, and actually also all of life. Cells. All right, what are the building blocks of cells? Nutrients and vitamins. Yes, absolutely. Okay, and sometimes we don't think about that. Sometimes we just eat food. We're just eating. Right? We just eat, and there's no rhyme or reason, right? And we're creating the damage that we don't even realize. We don't even realize. So the building blocks, your food should be looked as fuel, right? Fuel. There's all kinds of different kinds of fuel. There's emotional fuel, spiritual fuel, and then there's physical fuel. And this is what's causing the majority of our lifetime problems. Because we don't live in houses or cars. Where do we live? We live in our bodies, right? We're in here. And so if you take a look at this slide here, this is very visual, right? Just what's going on here? What are the clear differences going on by different lifestyle choices of food and lifestyle choices?
Well, you can see on the right-hand side, the poor guy has like 10 people working in there, and it's rusting and
yes, the rusting, yeah, oxidation. What else?
You're having a lot of hard work and extra fat.
There's a lot of extra work going on there. You know, you have how many of your houses? Who's your houses? Houses are a space they manage, right? You have a space you manage. How about parents who have houses, right? You know, how fair is that? Is it fair for one person to do all the work?
No.
No, it's not. And that's what we're doing to our bodies. We're putting so much extra stress on our bodies. Now let's take a look at this man right here. Okay? And what's going on? What's the difference? What's the difference?
They're just maintaining.
Right? We're maintaining, it's efficient.
The body is not working so hard to maintain it.
No, so that means there's less people in there as well, right? Think of these people as your systems. That's why we point this out, okay? The body's a machine, and the body is a miraculous machine. I need you guys to just pay close attention for a moment. Are you thinking about breathing?
Nope.
No.
Of course not. It just does it for you. Are you thinking about pumping your blood?
No.
How about regenerating those trillion cells per hour?
No.
No, you don't think about it. So it's a gift. And look at how we treat our gifts sometimes. On the next slide, we want to take a look at a solution. Because that's enough problem talk. Is that okay with you? Is it enough problem talk?
Yes.
Are you guys ready for some solutions?
Yes.
Okay. So if the building blocks of life are vitamins and nutrients, and where are we supposed to get it from? Food. We have another solution. If you want to get it from food, we say no problem. But we warn you, to get all of your vitamins and nutrients from food today, in 2015, you'd have to consume 22,000 calories and spend more than $33 a day. How much is that on food? Well, let me ask my calculator. 33 times 365, that's $12,000 and $12,045 on just your food a year. You okay with that?
No.
No, right? You have better ways to spend your money. So how about a solution where you can get all of your optimal nutrients and vitamins in a small tablet formation and supplements in the morning and nighttime? Would that be okay with you? Is that more convenient than 22,000 calories and $33 a day?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And with Express this Mastermind and our Wave Makers International in general, we believe in that. Because we have better things to do than to be eating all day long. We got people to serve. We've got lives to change. Come on, people. So, Gisela, do you eat 18.5 medium organic oranges a day just for your vitamin C?
No.
Cool. And there's other sources of vitamin C, but we're just giving you a comparison of what it would come from and from food. Frishta, do you eat 85 medium organic bananas a day? Sometimes. For B6. Sometimes? I'm joking. I was going to say, like, that changed. All right, Chrissy, do you eat 10 whole chicken breasts for your zinc a day?
I wish.
Not a day? Oh, okay. Right? And so we just want to be honest with ourselves. If you ever tell yourself, I can get my stuff from food, you're likely deceiving yourself. And last I checked, I don't like lying to myself. How about you?
No.
No. So is supplementation a potential solution for you? Yes or no? Absolutely. All right. Now we ask you though, are all cars made the same?
Nope.
Are all shirts made the same, John?
Nope.
Nope. Are all MMA trainers made the same?
No.
No, right? What's the difference? What's the difference?
She's a better trainer.
Thank you. Thank
Right
you.
answer.
What's the difference?
Quality.
Quality. Precisely, Priscilla. Okay? It's the quality. Quality always makes a difference. Remember that difference between the ordinary and the extraordinary? It's that little bit of extra. And in our case, there's a lot of difference here because we've chosen USANA. And the reason why we've chosen USANA Health Sciences is because of this man right here. This shining specimen of a human being. I love it. All right? God bless Dr. Brian Wentz. He is a double PhD holder. All right? And he is somebody who is a philanthropist, a visionary, an entrepreneur, and a scientist. All right? He's not just a business suit, and there's nothing wrong with that, but he has a multiple platform of skill sets and talents that he brings to the table, which is how he created USANA Health Sciences. So is it okay if I tell you a story?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So 1974, this is where Gold Laboratories was, and Dr. Brian Wentz was actually in diagnostic science, okay, diagnostic health, if you want to call it. And what he was doing was he was really trying to research his cells and really get an understanding of the cells because he needed to understand, how can I really create more of my test kits. Now, have you ever heard of chickenpox, the herpes virus, the common cold? Have you heard of this virus?
Yes.
Okay, the virus overall strand is called what? Sharia. The Epstein-Barr virus. Okay, so we don't know the name of that normally. We just call it chickenpox. So Dr. Brian Wentz was actually the originator, the inventor of the test kit that tests whether or not your body has any of those strands of the Epstein-Barr virus. And that test kit is still being used today in the hospitals all over the world. Do you think he knows a thing or two about cells?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. He also does have his PhD in immunology and microbiology. And so again, he was in the labs doing his research, and he really needed to keep his cells alive long enough to study them. So what did he do? What are the building blocks of life?
Cells.
Cells. And what do you need to feed cells? Vitamins and nutrients. So where do you think he went? He went to a generic store. He just went to a generic place, got some vitamins. And he had no idea about the supplement industry at that time. And so he put some of the vitamins inside the mix, and he was trying to study his cells. And under the microscope, do you know what happened? The cells were dying faster. Okay, they were dying faster. And this type of man, with such high character and ethical quality to him, do you think he was okay with that? No, absolutely not. And so what ended up happening was that he created his own formula of vitamins and nutrients to keep those cells alive. All right? And that, my friends, is how, slide before this one, please. That is how we came up with this particular flagship product, the Essentials. Right? And to date, 21 years later, that original formula is still going strong with the original Petri dish at USANA Health Sciences Laboratories in Salt Lake City. Okay, I just want to give a very loving round of applause for Dr. Martin. Here right now, but he is here and in here because of our vitamins. All right, that sounds a little weird, but anyways, sounds weird. But one of the things that I love is that, again, this company is founded on science, right? And it's founded on the principles of what really makes our bodies work on the cellular level. If your cells are healthy, who else is healthy? You. All of you, okay? Can I read you his vision?
Yes.
All right. I dream of a vision, I dream of a world free from pain and suffering. I dream of a world free from disease. The USANA family will be the healthiest family on earth. Share my vision, live life to its fullest in happiness and in health. Right? And I always feel at the end, what do we say at the end of that?
Amen.
Amen, right? Like, that's it, and it's true, right? It's so true. Amen. Thank you. Okay? Now, the reason why we get so excited about this, though, is because that's his leading vision that has led this company 21 years in the making to reach 21 plus countries, right? Do you know how hard that is to get a product on the supplemental line, like that health and wellness line, to open up in a country every single year? Think about the accomplishments you've done in only 1 year. Okay? And that's what he's done as a company. Now, last but not least, do you know what the Nobel Peace Prize is?
Yes.
Yeah? All right, and that's a very prestigious prize, right? The next prize after that is the Albert Einstein Award, and Dr. Myron Wentz actually won that for his lifetime achievements in Gold Laboratories, as well as USANA Health Sciences in 2007. Okay? Raise your hand if you have 2 PhDs. Raise your hand if you have a PhD. Okay. Raise your hand if you have an Albert Einstein Award. Okay. Raise your hand if you're a doctor. Not yet, right? So when it comes to trusting how you actually choose your vitamin supplement, which is something you put in your body, the thing you live in, does it matter who you trust it to?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So that's why we've chosen USANA as a mastermind, and that's why we're educating you today on that. Okay? Apple does not fall far from the tree. The CEO of the company has been running our company very well. It's Dave Wentz, his son, and he's been voted top CEOs under 40 by Forbes magazine. And we also have the book here, which is called The Healthy Home. Some of you guys might be interested in how can I not just look at health in my body, but how about the home I live in? Amazing tips and really practical advice. And that's why it's actually a New York Times best-selling book. All right, you can get it chapters indigo. You can't borrow mine, sorry. All right, cool. Now on the next slide, we're gonna get ready for a video. It's really hard to condense 21 years of awesome sauce into a 1-hour presentation. So I want you guys to take note of the awards, take note of some of the lifestyle components, and look at the people's faces and their skin. Because these are real USANA people. They're not actors. They're not actors. I actually know about 20% of them personally. But everything we do helps you love life and live it. Yep. And Kruti, take it away. All right. Hope you can see yourself in some of the pictures. I wish I was buying that red card. Okay, so everything we do helps you love life and live it. Now the other part that I want to point out here, who here loves traveling? I know you do. Okay, amazing. So if you also love making a difference to other people around the world, it's important to have a product line that can also get around the world. So we are in 21 plus countries and growing. And you can see the growth there. And we've been awarded decade over decade for all of our product line, our customer service, our events, our human resources, Dr. Martin Wentz, it just goes on and on. And so for us, we've chosen #1 just because we believe ourselves as being #1. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right? I mean, you really can't give what you don't have. So it's important to also associate with a company that has that same mentality. So on the next slide, if I can, I'm just going to skip over the stamps for a moment. Okay? Does it matter who you hang out with?
Yes.
All right. Say we believe that as well, but let's just have a quick answer why. Douglas, they're coming to get you.
No.
They're coming to get you. You're just too hot to handle. All right, association. Why does it matter who you hang out with?
They you're
My friends.
yeah.
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 Okay, let's Douglas. Thank you, but let's take it out. Let's Meryl. Why does it matter?
Because if you want to get ahead in life, you have to surround yourself with people who shares the same vision.
There you go.
Or
Yeah.
else,
So Meryl wants to get ahead in life, so she's going to surround herself with what kind of people?
who are better than me, who wants to or guide me along the way.
Precisely. There we go. But why does it matter who you hang out with?
Habits.
Habits?
You are who you surround yourself with.
Yeah. Okay. Full sentences. Let's go.
You are who you surround yourself with. You are the average of essentially the 5 people you choose to surround yourself with.
Nadia?
What I was going to
Okay.
say.
Alicia, full sentence. You're saying?
Well, I was saying that human beings, we're social beings and we're mirrors, essentially. So we,
There we go.
you know, even growing up, when you tell a child not to do something, the chances are if you're doing something, he's going to replicate the same behavior.
Precisely, right?
So,
And we learn how?
We learn from looking at people. Imitation.
Imitation.
And we are also, and we are also the average income of 5 people that we surround ourselves with.
Precisely. Okay. You know, so when you're asking yourself questions like, how can I get ahead? How can I make more money? You know, how can I get more love in my life? How can I get more connected to source? How can I do better? You know, what can I do? Look at your 5 friends and ask yourself, well, who are they? And you'll know yourself by the characteristics of the 5 people around you. And so why we say this here with charity partnerships and scientific research is that USANA has been very particular with aligning themselves with wonderful and prestigious universities, you can see on this slides here, and also philanthropic endeavors as well throughout. We've donated over $18 million. Okay, ask yourself how easy it is even to fundraise $100 for a cause, right? If you've ever done, anyone here done fundraising before? I have. Yep. Okay, simple or not so much? Not so much, right? Challenging for sure. And that's something, again, we've created endeavors where we actually create $18 million plus. That's growing and growing. And last but certainly not least, our partnership with Dr. Oz and Dr. Myron Wentz. Okay, who here knows Dr. Oz? Yeah, I mean, he's like a celebrity doctor right now. He's an amazing surgeon. What's it called with a heart surgeon? Thoracic surgeon? Cardiologist. What did I say? Thoracic. Cardiothoracic. Ah, there we go. Thank you. Right, it's open heart surgery. It's not just, you know, going with it. It's open heart. And so what's really beautiful about this is that Dr. Oz and Dr. Myron Wentz have very high values and high ethics. And Dr. Oz is actually currently in multiple lawsuits because people keep misusing his name to say, oh, Dr. Oz takes my product, and like they say yes. No, he doesn't. This is actually, USANA is the only supplement company that's actually endorsed, right? That's what the partnership is. There's another partnership here that I want to point out, Health Corps. Who here cares about the future of our children?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, us too. Yes. Okay, if you haven't yet noticed, the children of today are bigger in multiple ways. They're taller and they're bigger. Why? Why?
Not the same.
Who's not the same, right? Not as much activity.
Grew up on fast food.
Grew up on fast food. Both parents are working, dual income. So are they home to take care and do activities? Not so much, right? So things have changed so much. So the children of today and going into teens, obesity is a problem. And what does it lead to? A very special lifestyle disease. Obesity leads to heart disease and diabetes. So we all know this, and we don't do anything about it. So that's why it's important to associate yourself with people who are doing something about it. That's what Health Corp is all about. It is a foundation by Dr. Myron Wentz and Dr. Oz. Last but not least, who here wants to be able to take their products to their doctor and say, hey, is this good stuff for me? Is that good for me? Yeah. Raise your hand. Want to take it to your doctor?
Yes.
Okay. USANA is not, if it's not the only, it's one of the only supplement companies that are in the PDR book, which is a physician's desk reference book. Every legitimate doctor's office has to have this book, and you can actually go and find out about USANA and say, hey, you know, doctor of my family, doctor for 20-some years, can I take this product? Is it good for me? You can actually double check that. We're on the stock market as well. USNA is the ticker. What's our worth right now?
1.3 billion.
1.3 billion. That's already increased since last Tuesday. Amazing. And there's record growth sales here. We really encourage you to do your research. Okay, if you want to take a you ordered that cup of coffee and you said, wait, excuse me, can you tell me who the founder of this company is? Can you tell me the science that goes into what's the nutritional value and what am I getting for my body? I'll make my buck. Can you tell me? Would you ever ask that? No.
you wouldn't get
Have you ever asked? Be honest, right?
They're gonna be like, next.
Yeah, exactly. Next, right? And so it's uncommon practice for our food service providers to share with us, and it's also uncommon practice for what? For us to ask, right? So that's why this is called education, and we hope to inspire you as well to start asking better questions. Now, who here has ever heard of Centrum? One a day? Costco brand Kirkland? How about GNC? Right? You might have heard of GNC. Okay, these are all very, very popular marketing brands because everybody knows today that yes, solution is supplementation. And most people today are actually taking a supplement because they're taking these brands. Now, who here is very excited about going to a 1-star hotel?
Womp womp.
Okay, so it's nobody. How about a 0-star at a 5-star hotel?
Womp womp.
No, why, guys, right? Let's be honest. Why don't we like these kinds of hotels? Look at that. Right? That means cockroaches, right? Cockroaches. What? What does that say about the quality?
No quality.
0. And the service, right? Like, you're not getting served in a 0-star or 1-star hotel. You might be. Yeah, I know. It sounds so bad, but it's true. There might be funny, funky business might be going on, right? Okay, what else might happen in such a low-star rating hotel?
The cleanliness of the space. Not very high.
Not very high. Okay, so that's why third-party author and scientist as well, Lau McWilliam, created this third-party source for us. Okay, you can get this also chapters, Indigo, etc. It's really important to not just look at what the company says, but what other third-party people say and what's the science and research behind it. So 1,600 plus companies are actually surveyed and studied, including these ones that are very highly marketed and USANA. And so if you take a look at One a Day, which is an advanced women's formula, it's $13.92 per month. It's advanced. You pay $13.92 and you get a whopping 1.9% overall score out of 100. That's 1.9% out of 100, and you get a beautiful 0-star out of 5-star rating. I know, I always make them laugh because I'm appalled by this. This is unacceptable. I've been in business for 12 years. I could never sell something that was such poor quality, ever. Would you be okay with that?
No.
Okay, did you ever come home? Actually, by the way, Portuguese right here. I'm not. Okay, there's 2.5 Portuguese people in the room. 2.5. All right. We're taking over. Right. What's really exciting for you guys is that if you not exciting, what's kind of sad. If I brought home, right, I got my math test back, and I say, John, John's my dad, and I'm like, Dad, look at my 1.9%. Like,
100%.
out of 100, right?
Not at all.
Right? Back in my day, I'd get the belt to be like, what are you doing, child? I don't know if that was okay back then. It's certainly not okay now. But here's the thing, guys. The quality is horrible. Right? Costco, everybody loves Costco. My mom used to love that brand. Costco, let's see here, you're going to get like 7 years worth for $23.90. But the rating is 5.2%. 5.2%. And half star out of 5 stars. Guys, like, the stuff we're being sold sucks. Dare I say it?
And I have a question. And then that percentage is for bioavailability, right?
I'm getting to that. Yes, Nadia, you're exactly right. It's not the other word you use the last part. It's bio.
This one I got ready was good.
Oh, the euthanasia word, yeah. Okay, so bioavailability, what does that mean, Meryl? What does bioavailability mean?
How much it can be absorbed in your body.
Okay.
Your body recognizes.
So how much your body recognizes. Now USANA is up here. It's $45.45 per month, right, in the States, and $53.09 plus tax in Canada. And it's 96.1%. Now, Jay, have you started yours already?
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. And he's also got his 2 kidneys on them too, which is very exciting. In your body, 96.1% bioavailability and 5-star, gold star rating. And there's only 3 in the entire book. 1 is actually available to consumers. The other 2 are not available to consumers directly. And that's USANA. Okay, so let's give Jay a round of applause. What do you value? What do you value?
In terms of
Like your health, what do you value?
yeah, I mean, I value my entire being. You know,
The entire
the
being, exactly.
So, but on a good note, since I've been taking this like I used to drink coffee, right?
Mm.
But I haven't been drinking coffee for a while, so I've been fighting tiredness a lot. But since I've been taking this for a couple weeks now, I haven't been tired when,
Well, let's give you a round
Yeah.
of applause. Alright, I'm going to call up Nadia to present the next slide, okay? So we're going to give you a visual. So we've given you a lot of information. We've shown you how the quality is in terms of numbers, but sometimes we just see it to believe it. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, so Nadia, if you can, one of our newest associates.
I guess I'll get up for this.
Yes, please. We're going to switch places.
So this is my favorite. So this is the apple test. So what usually happens when you cut an apple, I'm just, let's say we don't count.
brown
Yeah, and does anybody know what that process is called?
oxidation.
Yeah, so that's oxidization. That's what happens to cells in our bodies. So if you're taking a supplement, what should happen? It should slow down the oxidation process, and the apple should be glowing or look exactly the same. It shouldn't brown. True, right? So let's see what happens. So they do a little test. So they put the vitamins in a little water solution. And so these are the lovely results. So water naturally has some vitamins in it. So, the apple, it's a little bit brown, but it's not bad. Like, it has some color to it. But then we had very popular brands like Kirkland that is so black, it looks like it's disappearing. Do you want your bodies to disappear? I don't think so. And then even to go back to Kirkland, so they get their calcium for their pills from seashells. So they sort of grind it down, and your body doesn't even recognize seashells. Who eats seashells? Like, and that's why they're able to sell for so cheap, because you could get seashells from any beach. Like, I walk and collect them all the time, so, right?
Maybe snack on that.
Snacks on them, maybe. And then we have GNC, again, very moldy. So let's just remember this happens inside your body. So people are taking these vitamins not knowing, and that's actually what's happening. It's almost a little unethical. I'm not sure how they get away with it, but hey. Then we have one a day, once again, very black. And Centrum, same. I mean, well, the only thing that is okay if it has mold is moldy cheese. And then you have the generic brand, right? So moldy cheese could be black, not my body. And then we have USANA USANA is almost glowing, which is really what's supposed to be happening, because supplements are supposed to help your cells, give them the nutrients they need to survive, not increase it, which is what a lot of these other brands are doing.
I love it. Let's give Nadia a round of applause. All right. Okay, and again, being transitional, it isn't just feeding the cells, it's also feeding your overall body, because you still need macronutrients, micronutrients, you need protein, you need fiber, you need carbohydrates. Now, I am not a health expert, although the amount of research I've done over the last 12 years for myself, I do know quite a bit. But we encourage you all to use yourself as your own guinea pig. Okay? Who here loves feeling good?
Yes.
Cool. Who here made a New Year's resolution to lose a few pounds? Be honest.
My every month.
Okay? It's like, everybody should be like, it was me. Because that's actually what humans do, right?
This is the one.
So we have a reset program that actually allows you to transition in a very safe and healthy way. Because we're all about science and quality of life, we want to really give you a transitionary lifestyle program, but we'll kickstart you with a 5-day program, okay? You okay with that? 5 days? 5 days transformation. And in that 5 days, the promise is that you'll actually lose between 5 and 12 pounds healthily. And a lot of that weight's going to come from some of the stored up things that are actually blocked in your inner systems, okay? Not enough fiber, not enough water. Fiber is nature's plumbing, but most people don't need enough of that. So that's why the reset is not your typical cleanse. It's a high fiber cleanse, and it's also a high nutrients cleanse. So most times people go on diets or cleanses, they end up raping their body from the inside out because they're not eating. Mm-hmm. And that's not exactly good practice. I mean, there's such thing as fasting, but that's not for 5. You know what I mean? How long is the longest fast?
Well,
I know there's some depends, but like a typical one on average.
An average one would be 21 days, but yeah, it depends on on the person.
And that's even still though, water, you're still able to have water and
water without water, right?
Wow.
But it just depends on what your body can do.
Totally.
But
and how do we feel after that though? I mean, the results are there.
yeah, you feel your body gets cleansed during the fast, totally cleansed out when you're on water fast. and you actually feel lighter and healthier as well, and your mind is more clear.
And more clear.
Yeah.
Now, this is not a fast.
I'd say 7 days would be perfect.
Yes, 7 days is perfect, right?
Yeah.
So most people can do 5 days, and instead of just doing a strict fast, what it is a high fiber cleanse, high nutrient cleanse. That's what that's there for. So some of us also are very into the fads and trends, and so we like when celebrities take what we take, right? So who here is, who knows Julia Roberts, Cindy Crawford, Jennifer Aniston, Kim Kardashian, right? So yeah, exactly, I do too, right? And so what's really popular is it's popular to look good, feel good, but I find that these celebrities can buy anything on the market. They don't have to get USANA, all right? But they choose USANA, and they choose it through our celebrity trainer, Kathy Keeler, all right? That's why they look so great, okay? So it's really amazing. Let's look at some examples, okay? These two lovely ladies in our California team, before and after, size 12. This was a 1-year transformation. Let's take a look at the transformation. Okay, bam. From size 12 to size 0. This lovely lady, size 7, size 2. All right. What I love is that, if we can, sorry, that's okay. The next one here. I just want to point out, halfway through, this young lady is actually a young mom. She never hit the gym before in her life. She never did anything really physical. Halfway through, she ended up running her first marathon. Right? That's how much energy she got, and she was feeling so confident, so fit, and so clear. I want to give her a round of applause. Thanks, that's our friends out in California. All right, and we've got a few people here on the Reset Transformation. Pretty soon, their faces are going to be on this. Let's look at some boys. We've got Big Will and Michael Callejas. Michael is from our California team as well. He's one of my mentors, and that's one of his associates. And he was actually a complainer. Remember those 2 challenges at the very beginning? He complained all day long about how he was broke, he was sick and tired, he was overweight, and he says, "Guy, stop it. Can I show you a solution?" He said, finally, after like 2 years of this craziness, he's like, "Fine, whatever I've been doing doesn't work. Let's try this reset transformation." 1 year later, Big Will, sorry, Big Will, but you are now called Little Will. And he's okay with that. He's got a nice big smile there. And Michael is he's a world traveler. He's an entrepreneur and a serial business owner. So for him, he doesn't really care too much about hitting the gym. He just wants to be lean, energetic, and that's exactly what he's accomplished in 8 years. Okay, so that's his 8-year transformation. So you can see the baby fat's gone. Very, very happy and glowing. On the next slide, if I can. Made the same? No. Nowadays, especially with our nutrition, we want things that are personalized and customized, which is why we have the optimizers line, the food line, skincare line, and energy line, right? There is something here for each individual needs. On the next slide, I want to show you who here is addicted to coffee or was addicted to coffee. is customizing your health pack. All right, and what that looks like is you can, if you have a few of your individual needs. For myself personally, I'm very concerned about brain health. I'm very concerned about my skin, and I'm concerned about my immune system because I still have some sleep problems. I suffer from constant passionista-itis. And that's a good definition. Where I just sometimes I can't fall asleep, I don't get good quality sleep. All right, so my custom pack, you can pass that around. It includes the things that matter to me and what I value, and that's actually customized. We're the only health company that personalizes and customizes your supplementation. So you take a look at that. And last but not least, you don't have to go into Shoppers Drug Mart or Costco and get really confused at all the bottles, pretty or not, cheaply priced or not. The stuff gets shipped where? To your home doorstep, okay? And so how exciting was that, right? It was like Christmas. All right? Christmas every month. And so that's how we really create convenience. So if you're going to get anything from this slide, we really want to make your healthy transition convenient. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Perfect. On the next slide, I'm going to call up, oh, she's not there. Okay. So, Kruti, if you can talk about this slide and the next slide. Well, let's give her a round of applause.
You will have to fill me in if I have missed something. We are not the only ones using Usana, and we are not the only ones promoting Usana. We have our ambassadors, we have athletes around the world, and these are all Olympic athletes that are using Usana. And in the Olympics team, there is a legal thing that if anything shows in your bloodstream, if any drug or anything shows in your bloodstream, you have to pay out $1 million. And we are proud to say that we have never had to pay those $1 million, and we are the only supplement that is allowed that within their bodies by their coaches. And when I say their coaches, let me ask you a question. Who here has a legal team that takes care of everything that you put inside your bodies, that says, okay, these guys are not right for you? Does anybody have a legal team?
No.
Who has a nutritional or a health team that tells you what items are good for you?
No.
And it's not just the Olympic athletes. These are boxing champions and other teams like the women's team.
Yep. Luge team, the snowboarding, hockey, Canadian hockey team, soccer teams. Yeah. This is huge. I want to give you a round of applause. Okay, wonderful. So again, we do encourage people to do the research. Yes, we are biased because we absolutely love this company and it's in us, so we know the difference. But we encourage you to do two things. Number one, do not be one of those people that just do a lot of talking. Try whatever you criticize, because you don't know until you've tried it. Make sense?
Yes.
And number two, do some research. Get curious. Get curious. What could it feel like to feel awesome? What would it be like to not have allergies anymore? What would it be like to not have the random 3 p.m. crash? What would it feel like to not be addicted to coffee? What would it feel like to be 10 pounds lighter, 20 pounds lighter, being in the fittest potential of your body? Those are the questions you should ask, and we encourage you to do your research, and we encourage you to try what it is that you've seen today. Everything we do helps you love life and live it. Everybody, please stand. We're going to do a quick little body break. Body break. Alrighty, Criscilla, if you can lead us on our body break.
Alrighty. Okay, so everyone, we're gonna imagine that there is a rope above us, and we are gonna reach for that rope with our left hand. We're gonna try to pull it down. We're gonna reach again with our right hand and try to pull it down. And that rope is just never ending. We're just gonna keep trying to grab it all down. Keep going. It's still there. It's still there. All right, I think we've got it. So now we're gonna pull down, and we're gonna bring it down to the floor. We're gonna drop it there, and we're just gonna ragdoll. We're back. And I want everyone to roll up spine by spine, or vertebrae by vertebrae.
I have a long spine.
No. That was fine. All right, and we're gonna do a neck stretch. So tilt to the left. To the right. Tilt all the way back. And reach up one more time. And look down. Bring your hands down to your heart. And namaste. All right. Now we're gonna get everyone to raise shoulders to yours. Yep. And drop them down. Raise shoulders to yours. Drop them down. Breathe in while you're doing it. And drop it down. Now we're all gonna just do it really quickly. Then shoot. And we're just gonna say, I don't know. Now look to your left. Oh, show some teeth. Look to your right. Show some teeth.
I don't know.
And just do a little shake. Shake it all out. Shake it all out. All right. Give it up for Miss Criscilla. Bam, right there. Powerful. If you need a bathroom break, it is just to the right there. If you want a light break, that's fine. And we're going to reconvene in about a minute. So you need water. I'm going to fill that up as well. We're almost done, guys. There's about 10 minutes left of the presentation. So we're just going to sort of rejuvenate. Bathroom break? Okay. Love break? Yeah. T-shirt. Is everybody okay for beverages? Water, everybody good for water? For you guys can be before you. I did before you. No, I said what? All right, perfect. Reconvening. Come back to
That was kind of a squat.
So this company here is not available to direct consumers. How long have you been doing this now? This actually is not available to direct consumers. This is not free. Other ones, but again, it makes one shop, and is only available to like this direct. So it's not practitioner. This is not Usana is the 5-star, 4-star rating, 1 4. It's actually like the bees, like it's But I will never do these all. This year was all right, people, get back in the room, please. Alrighty, guys, everything we do helps you love life and live it. Let's talk finances. Here's a beautiful quote. It's crazy that some people feel that 2 to 5 years is a long time to get rich and build a business. And they don't feel that 40 years at a job is a long time to stay broke. Okay? Nothing wrong with jobs. That's an interesting phenomenon. See, I have my timer too. Okay, so I'm not exactly on time, but that's okay. All right, so Usana is a home-based business as well. We're not just a rock star company that over 700 Olympian athletes take, millions of people around the world benefit from, and is developed by a award-winning scientist, okay? Because the way that we actually distribute our product is direct to the consumer, right? And that's called direct sales, meaning I don't have to go through middlemen, you don't gotta go to Costco, you don't have to go anywhere. I just say, hey, would you like? Yes, great, here you go, mail to you. Okay, so that's what that means, direct. We're all clear with that.
Yes.
It's also a home-based business, meaning it's based out of where?
Your home.
Where are we? We're home, guys. We're home. All right, so I'm like extra hyper today, sorry. So the reason why we've chosen Usana for a home-based business is because of all the awards that you saw earlier, the incredible product that pretty much sells itself, the Albert Einstein Award, 37 Communication Awards, the best convention around the world. I mean, this is just a top-notch company, period. Okay, and for us,
we're very adamant on choosing the best. Again, we encourage you, do your research. Go to Direct Sales Association and find out. Google search, what is the best direct sales company out there, and you'll find us. All right? But again, be mindful of your research. Please do not look at research that's coming from somebody who just sits at home and blogs all night. Right? Please look at people with degrees, people who have a scientific research in their pocket, who are actually there's a third-party source. You see what I'm saying? It matters where you get your research. Now ask yourself, is this you right now? Are you a project manager? Are you a professional? Are you a health practitioner? Are you a lifelong student, a parent, a grandparent, whichever? I mean, if you're any one of these things, what that also means is you're a taxpayer. And God bless you, because you're paying taxes. The thing is that there's millions of taxpayers all around the world who out of their life and more from their money. Would that be you as well?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to get more out of life. And what are we not realizing here? What is your biggest expense? As a taxpayer, what's your biggest expense? Is it your home, your car? What's your biggest expense?
The door's
Is
locked.
the door locked?
Yeah, the door's locked.
One moment,
The
guys.
washroom. Yeah. Unlock it.
Okay, somebody closed the door and didn't unlock it before they closed it. So we're gonna take
She's opening it.
a little breaky break.
It's not from there, right?
Oh, it just unlocked in the washroom.
Mystery solved. Let's give a round of applause. And I love how that's being recorded. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut that in the thing here. Alrighty, guys, what's your biggest expense?
Taxes.
Food, right? Yeah, taxes. Okay. Why? Right when you get paid, before you even take home anything, what's cut off right away? It's taxes. And we're not suggesting run away from taxes, don't pay your taxes, become illegal. No, we're not saying any of that. We're just potentially showing you another solution to save on taxes. Remember that promise at the very beginning? How much did we promise you could save this year? $3,000 minimum. Minimum, all right? So again, we bring it back to what do you value, okay? So what do you value here? Press it again, right? Remember that. Picture yourself and ask yourself, what do I value? Okay, I value when people are present. I value when people are really here. Right? Be here. Abundance, all that good stuff. So we said, how will we save you money? Remember how we said USANA was a home-based business? Yes. Bam. The way that we can save you $3,000 this year is allowing you the opportunity to invest in the business side of USANA as well. And it's not what you think. The difference between a regular business and a home-based business means that your tax write-offs are the same products that you consume for your health in USANA. Is that not cool?
Mm-hmm.
Ever heard of hitting two birds, one stone?
Yes.
That's essentially what's happening here. You can save about $250 a month. In addition to that, because we are a home-based business, the things that you would normally call expenses, cell phone, mortgage, the taxes on your mortgage,
The interest on your
the
mortgage.
interest on your mortgage, mortgage payments, rental, car, gas, all that. Those are normal expenses that you have to pay anyways. But with a home-based business, because you are essentially at some point in the next 0 to 5 years, you're going to promote the product. You're just going to tell people about it. That's called marketing. And because you are marketing the things that you are eating, you get to write off other things as well as part of your home. Is that not cool?
Yes.
Okay. So an employee does not get the same privileges. You have to have a business. But most people today realize that the power of a home-based business allows them this tax rebate up to $9,000 depending on what income you're in. Cool? You like that?
Yes.
Okay, share that with people. That's educational. You now have value. And don't just take our word for it. You can snap a photo of this as well and say, okay, great, I'm going to look at that book and I'm going to get it. It's at Amazon Chapters Indigo. I want to lower my taxes big time. That's your biggest expense. So we're not saying avoid taxes. We're just saying lower it as legally as possible, right? And the biggest way you can do that is with a home-based business. On the next slide, we want to point out to you a scenario. Question?
I have a question.
Yes.
Does that apply to Canada, like that book?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there's a Canadian version.
And does for your IRS and CRA.
Yes. So good. Sandy Balkin, yes, thank you so much. All right, now the traditional plan. Here's where leverage comes into play, and this is the key to time freedom. Okay, time freedom isn't just making awesome money; it's also being able to choose what you do with your time. All right, And leveraged income is very powerful. I don't know who's smoking, but I think it's coming from outside. Sorry, guys. Okay, in a traditional plan, 50 hours per week. Why? You're working 50 hours per week. What are you doing?
Overtime.
Overtime as well. It's 37 plus overtime. 50 weeks per year. Why?
We get 2 weeks vacation.
2 weeks vacation. Very, very generous 2 weeks. Right. Your work capacity is 2,500 hours per year. All right, and that means over 40 years, which is a typical career plan. That's 100,000 hours. Now that's you all by your lonesome. Ever heard of that? Work smarter, not harder, guys. Okay, that's you working hard. Now, if you had your own freedom project, a system where it has residual income and has a team-based compensation model, you would do 10 hours per week in your freedom project. And you would do so with a team of about 100 people. This is just to give you guys an idea of that. That's 1,000 hours per week over a freedom plan of 2 years. What is that equivalent to? 100,000 hours, freedom project, 100,000 hours by yourself. Traditional leverage. Teamwork, lonesome. All right? This is the power of leverage. There's a very popular quote that says, I would rather have 1% of the efforts of 100 men than having 100% of the efforts of just myself. All right? Now, everyone understands corporations. I mean, even look at entities like the president. Does the president work by himself? By herself? No. No? Does Oprah work by herself?
No.
No. What do they have?
Teams.
Teams. What do we have in this room?
Teams.
Exactly. Okay? And so the question, it's okay, I'm on my final question. Bing, bang, boom. What would you do with
38 hours.
38 hours, I can tell you. Go to the gym. But 38 extra years, guys. What would you do with 38 extra years?
Live life and love it.
Live life and love it. Thank you, Adisha. Perfect. Okay. Here's another thing that we leverage. Who here carries around one of these all day long? All day, every day. Okay. So a phone also has access to what?
Online.
Internet and online.
Billions of people.
And billions of people because of the connection of
Social media.
social media, guys. Okay. If you have Wi-Fi connection, it's essentially free because you already bought your phone. That's an expense that's already gone. But guys, we can leverage social media because we want to be able to share what we're doing. And who here notices that people are sharing their life stories? Sometimes a little too much, but they're sharing their life stories on Facebook, right? What we do, and we get paid for it, is we get to share our lifestyle, share education, share tidbits about health, wellness, mental wellness, our spirituality, our well-being, and the things that we do for our well-being through social media. And we get paid for it, okay? How many of you would actually like to be on social media and get paid for it?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Exactly. So people are on social media anyways. Let's give you a very good use of your time. On the next slide, here is the big clincher. Linear income versus residual income. Sorry. No worries. That's okay. Can someone read out the question that's at the top here?
So what if you had a product that people would keep buying online, month after month, while you sleep with an online store, like Amazon, eBay, Etsy?
Okay, so Usana is also an online store, right? You guys are familiar with Amazon and whatnot, right? How many would love to have your own Amazon? Right? Here's the thing, guys. Because Usana is home-based, and we deliver direct to our clients, and we're in 21 countries and 21 different time zones, right? We can make money during our sleep. And we are also a nutritional company. How often do you eat?
Every day.
Every day, every day. So this company has products that people purchase every day, and they reorder how often? Month after month, okay? Right now, as it speaks, you can't physically keep working day after day, month after month, 24 hours a day. You can't do that. But with an online store, you can. Is anyone here seeing the possibilities?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So linear income, you exchange your time for dollars. If you stop working, money stops. Now you find another job, okay, or your way up, you stop working, money stops. Same thing over and over and over again. Your money is tied to your time and your efforts. In a residual income model, similar to Usana, there's other ones like real estate and other passive income streams and stocks, markets, etc. But Usana is an online store. You actually get access to residual income. Why? Because you do the work once, you acquire your clients, and you also have team members who are acquiring clients. and everybody's piggybacking and everybody's ordering over and over and over again, and you get to experience over time, 100 weeks to be exact, your income keeps growing even though you're actually doing less work. Eventually you stop working and it becomes your passive income stream. That's the power of the internet today, the power of social media today, the power of online stores, and specifically, because we are talking about USANA, the power of USANA. Cool or not cool?
Cool.
Okay. Bring somebody next week and show them, look, I learned this. You should know about this too. If you care about them, you'll teach them this. On the next slide, here is that bonus. You guys like bonuses, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is your bonus to build your own freedom project with USANA specifically. On the next slide, if we can. Don't look yet. Okay, it's scary to some people. I know. It's scary to some people that it's possible to make a year's worth of income in 1 week. 4 years ago, before I joined this company, I kind of laughed and said, I don't know if that's possible. I don't think that's really real, but what the heck, I'll give it a try. In 1 week, I'm a silver director, but I'm just below this. In 1 week, that's $1,500 a week of residual sales, residual commission, sorry, not sales. Okay, that's the income that the associate that's sharing is earning. But the question to you is, what if you were actually making like 15 grand a week every Friday? And what are you really doing? You're sharing awesome USANA products, and you're doing so through your online store and building your team. Getting paid back to do what you love to do while you sleep. Sorry, I just love it because I really want to drive that point home. What about $42,000 every Friday, residually, and you build that in 4 years? Okay. Some people, like actually not some people, over 75% of the North American population don't even make that in a year. Okay. So do you see what's possible with this kind of business? You like that possibility?
Love
Yes.
it.
Are you a little jealous? You're like, I want
Inspired.
that. Good.
Inspired.
Thank you. We're inspired. Thank you so much. I got jealous. Full on honesty. When I saw this, I was jealous. I said, who's making that? I want to know. I want to make that too. Right? So if I can on the next slide, it's more than just income. How many ways do you make your income right now? Raise your hand if you make one stream of income. One stream. Okay, cool. 2 streams. 3 streams. 4 streams. 5 streams. 6 streams. You saw enough people. You should all have your hands up by now. But thank you. Okay.
6.
We're all 6. If you're in the system, you have 6. But the other thing is that most people don't realize that there's more than one way to earn income. And there's also lots of ways you can tap into this kind of system for yourself. So retail sales with commissions. Who here has also ever worked at a job where you had to train somebody? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And so did you get paid extra for that? No, because it's just part of the job, right? With our business, it's team-based, meaning we really are focused on building people up. And so there's an incentive to work as a team. And if you do mentor somebody really well in the first 8 weeks, you'll also create what's called a lifetime matching bonus. For whatever they do in the future for the rest of their USANA career, you earn an additional 15% off of their commissions without it affecting those person's commissions. I think that's amazing. It's like a piggyback ride for doing a good job, for training them well, for being a great leader. And we like that. We reward and value leadership and teamwork. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Cool. On the next slide, if I can. Don't just take my word for it. Some of you have just met me for the first time. I have been an entrepreneur for 12 years. I'm a 4-time author, international speaker. Love people. All right. I love achieving as well. I'm sure it shows. But these guys here are billionaires, self-made millionaires, people who are making worldwide impact with their products and services and their investments. Okay. So they're very what we call affluent. You think they might know a thing or two about money?
Yes.
Totally. So real estate mogul Robert Kiyosaki, your new favorite mentor, says the richest people in the world look and build networks. Everyone else looks for work. Interesting. Okay. Have you ever heard that saying, your net worth is your network? Mm-hmm. Heard that before? And that's what real estate mogul says. How about the Donald? He says, if you were to do it all over again, what would you choose? He said, I would find a good network marketing company like USANA and get to work. I plugged that one in, sorry. And billionaire investor Warren Buffett, I've invested, his actually net worth is $47 billion, and he's invested in over half a dozen network marketing companies. And he said it's the best investment I've ever made. All right, so that again, something to be said about the industry. Microsoft founder Bill Gates, anyone know him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I would be given a chance to do it all over again, I would choose network marketing. And of course he understands network marketing. He's very fond of the internet. which is all about networks, right? So really here there's a lot of power. We suggest to you that if you are valuing bonuses out of life, that you consider the Freedom Project for yourself. All right, so the next natural question is, well, how do I get started? What do I gotta do? I want my tax refund and I want my help. Give it to me. Okay, gotcha. So really you just choose how you wanna start, okay? You're gonna take a look at what you're already spending. Some of us do take some crappy vitamins like my mom did. She was on the Kirkland. I cleared that shelf right out when that happened. I was like, no. Or Starbucks, Timmy's, all that good stuff. Whatever it is that you're currently spending on all your little energy kicks, on the things that we do throughout the day that we just quickly grab, that is called money that could be redirected, right? So we want to show you a better way. You can also get your first health pack instead of spending it on these types of products. Your next step would be, take a look at your lifestyle. Do any of these things look familiar?
Mhm.
Subway.
My old
Martin,
friends.
My old friends. Wannabe health products called vitamin water, which is by Coca-Cola. Anyone knows Coca-Cola, right? There's no vitamins in there. Subway has plastic in it. Subway has plastic in the bread, chips in the bread, right? So this is scary food. We love you so much that we dare to say, never eat that stuff again. That's how much we love you. Okay, and you know when parents used to forbid you from seeing that friend or forbid you from going there, right? You're like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Well, here's the thing, guys. That comes from love because they do know something, right? And when you have people who care about you, they brought you here because they care about you. We encourage you, stop eating that stuff. Just stop. It's not good for you. Instead, take a look at your transition plan, right? Again, redirecting. The person who invited you tonight can show you how to set up your free VIP account. By the way, if you've ever got an assessment done from a health practitioner, how much do those things cost? $80 per hour is the minimum. Sometimes people charge about $225. Yes. Okay. You're gonna get your free True Health assessment tonight. Remember, we promised you change the quality of your life tonight. You get your free account tonight, and you can also set up your VIP account where you can save 20 to 25%. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Cool. Ask the person who invited you for your form. All right, step number 3, if you opt into the business side and you're like, hell yeah, I want to make back my $3,000, how? Collect your receipts. Sometimes I go into a weird accent, I know. Collect your receipts, bring it to your accountant, let them know my lifestyle's changed, I have a new home-based business, here's all my receipts, and at the end of that, about 2 weeks later, you'll get your refund. Okay, that could be yours. The results vary based on your income. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, cool. And then on the last step here, that bonus for your own freedom project in 100 weeks. Guys, this is a profession. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme, okay? So like all professions, do you have to have some kind of training?
Yes.
Yeah, is there some kind of mentorship involved?
Yes.
Absolutely. And thankfully, if you value freedom and you want to help yourself and help other people, you can have your own freedom project. And we show you how with your 8-week training program. And we also show you how with your mentorship, okay? And if you want to learn more about the industry, the next millionaires, and the wellness revolution on a formal basis, I encourage you to snap a photo of this. This is Paul Zane Pilzer. He's a world economist and best-selling author. I love these books. They're incredible, and they're very, very educational, okay? So I find a lot of people take a photo, going once, going
Melyssa.
She's getting the name next
Millionaire.
okay,
Next revolution.
going once,
Oh,
going
I'm
twice,
sorry.
Next millionaire.
Going 3 times.
going 3 times.
Oh! Snap.
Oh my gosh, you guys are making me laugh. Perfect. How are you doing? Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I got it.
All right.
Yeah.
Got it?
I'll do
Okay,
extra.
beautiful, guys. All right, so this is the end of our presentation. I am 12 minutes over. I'm so sorry. I tried. 12 minutes is not bad, guys, right?
No, it's not bad. It's valuable information.
I want to give all my thank you coming from Meryl. Okay. I'm used to doing like 2-hour seminars, week-long retreats, and content is my thing. But we want to ask you how we can serve you. This is a time now that we want to answer the questions that you might be having. All right. This is what we call the circle of trust, meaning what you ask stays within the circle of trust. And it's also called the circle of influence, where the people who are already enjoying the benefits of the products, the mentorship, the training, they get a chance to share a little bit. What we're gonna do is take the next 5 minutes to share, but we can all stand up for this part. So I'm also gonna, yeah, you can, actually, no, they can go there.
Okay.
Please stand me up. Okay, all righty, so just leave this up here so you can sort of help direct even your decisions of what you want to do tonight. We did promise that you can change the quality of your life, but really, that decision is up to you. Yourself, right? Can't force you. Unfortunately, we can't force you. Is that ethical?
Would have liked to.
Oh, darn, right? So, all jokes aside, let's give our volunteer speakers a round of applause.
Thank you, everyone. Melyssa, thanks again for such an incredible presentation. You're just such a ball of sweetness. You're amazing, right? You are. You're sweet, yet you're powerful, so purposeful, and so divine in your spirit, right? And just having known you for a year has really transformed my life, because you're somebody who's coming with 12 years of awesome experience. You've owned, managed, and sold 5 businesses. You're a fantastic author. You've written 4 books, and I've had the pleasure of reading one of them, Live Your Passion, that you gave to me the first time I met you. And I was like, I was sitting in the audience when she was a VIP guest speaker, and I was like, who's this woman? What does it take to be her friend? And after that, we just had like a session where she was like 5 people, like she's randomly selected 5 people, and she gave out 5 free books of her Live Your Passion with her autograph. And I was so fortunate to have received that, because it came to me at a very interesting time in my life. And she had also recommended a book called The Psychology of a Winner. So if I stand here today in your home and say that I'm God's winner, you have a role to play in that.
Oh.
Right.
So thank you so much for just sharing your heart and your soul and all this knowledge, because these are key principles that people are not aware of, and you're sharing really from a heart-centered space, and that's very powerful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for making me almost cry.
It's all true, right? And
That's-
you don't ever hear that. And the thing is that your packages, I know closely working with you, that your packages go for up to $25,000, right? Like some of the top brands hire you to train their staff. So if you can get this for like this negligible amount, one should be really, really grateful to receive all of this, right?
Thank you.
Right?
So, thank you. Thank you. I have been privileged to, my clients are like Nike and Hermes and Cadillac Fairview, and I've been very fortunate. And I think that what you just said, it warms my heart. Thank you so much. But I also believe in it's not just about the one person. If one person is thriving, that's not enough. It's not enough. If you have, you must share. If you know, you must give. I believe in that. Because you're not given something just to keep for yourself. It's a gift to give. Does that make sense? So I believe all the challenges that I've been through, and again, my past is crazy, abuse, and even myself, I was 37 pounds overweight. I suffered with a lot of things like depression and eating problems, and that put me on a pathway of being really ambitious, and I was committed to just changing things. I had to, and I had nowhere to look. So my successes, although when I hear someone else say it, thank you. It's so, sometimes I forget.
It's just not me. I hustle in the world, and other women say that about you too. So, yeah, it's true. And they say that you get Melyssa's mentorship for just being a USANA partner, and that's because people are aware, right? You've been in the industry for like 12 years, and you're 1% of the 6 women who are making the 6-figure income. So that's a very prestigious place to be, and you have a lot of power. And from that space, the awesome work that you're doing. Really, like it's really from my heart. I believe in you.
Well, for the love and courage to share for me, thank you so much. I totally receive, and I love all of my members. I love my guests. I love my guests. You know, I love my members, right? And I do say mine because I own you. Right? And I love you. Right? You're mine now, but I truly do love, and I love seeing people. I'm pretty blunt, but I love seeing people rise up. I love seeing people really, just seeing them win. And I want to share a little sort of mini story. I met John actually at Landmark, which was recommended to me through Meryl. Anyone heard of Landmark before? Yes. Okay, so Landmark is like it's a forum, get together. You really kind of break through some of your limiting beliefs, and you learn a new set of vocabulary essentially, and you learn how to see yourself in a different way. Very powerful for me indeed, and I got to meet John there, and so you know you just get a chance to like unveil and